Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Wispin here, and today we are going to go over all of the different things you need to know in order to create a shop here on the Pokecentral network. I'm going to cover everything from claiming land to setting up your own chest shops, as well as actually setting up a player warp so that other players can come check out your shop. Now, a lot of this information actually carries over to other parts of the server. For example, player warps can be used for a lot more than just shops. You can host events and do a whole bunch of other things. And then the claiming aspect of this whole process can actually be used just to claim your house, claim your regular builds. But in order to fit it all into one video, I figured I might as well show you guys how to create your own shop. So let's just jump straight into it. It's pretty basic, pretty straightforward, and this video shouldn't take too long. So let's go ahead and first start off with claiming the land. So in order to do that, if you don't have the claiming tool in your inventory from your starter kit, all you have to do is do /kit claim, and that will give you a claiming tool. In order to actually claim land, you need to right click both corners of your build. So you'll right click once, and you'll move to the other opposite corner of your build, and you'll right click there as well, and that will actually claim this area here, and it'll show a little border as you go around. Now, if you ever want to expand your claim, you can right click the corner, the glowstone block, and you can move that out, and that will allow you to make your claim a little bit bigger, and that actually works on every single corner. So that is really useful to know and really helpful. Now, you will notice here it says I have 2,236,851 claim blocks. You will not have that many claim blocks. I just have those because I am the owner here on the server, so I'm able to give myself claim blocks. However, you will get about 100 or 200 claim blocks per hour while you're online. I don't know the specific number, but it's somewhere in that range, so you get a fair amount just by playing on the server, and that'll add up over time so you can claim more land. Now, the next thing we're going to set up is the actual shop itself. So with player shops, you can sell any regular item. So any item that you can have in your inventory, you can sell in a player shop. And the way that you actually do that is with one sign, one piece of redstone, one chest, and whatever item it is you're going to sell. So we have all four of those things. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. So the first thing you need to do is actually just place down a chest. This can be placed anywhere in the world. It does not need to be near the sign that the players are going to interact with. We'll link those up later on, so the chest and the sign do not have to be near each other. I like to just keep it nearby because it's easier to restock that way, and I like to keep it in a place that is easy to access, so I don't usually like putting my chest underground, just because they're a little bit harder to get to. If you have to break blocks to access your chest, it's going to be a little bit annoying if you always have to restock it and you're constantly having to do that. So I recommend either making a back room where you can keep all of your chests, or keeping them nearby just so they're easy to access and restock. Now, the next thing you're going to want to do is put the items you're going to sell inside the chest. Now, you can do this in any quantity you want. Every item in this chest will be bought with a single click of the sign. So if you put one Ultra Ball, that means you want to sell one Ultra Ball at a time. If you put 64 Ultra Balls, that means you want to sell 64 Ultra Balls at a time. And you can do this with any amount. Say you want to sell 16 Ultra Balls, you can do that. And what you're going to want to do is just put 16 and then close the chest and leave it just like that for now. You can add more Ultra Balls later after we've registered everything and linked everything up. But for now, you're going to want to leave it with whatever quantity you want to sell with a single click. Now, you can create buy or sell signs. Buy signs basically means the player is buying an item from you, and sell signs means that the player can sell you items. I'm going to set up a buy sign, but sell signs work almost identical, just with the opposite effect of a player selling items to you rather than a player buying items from you. Usually you just go with buy signs. I haven't really seen too many people take advantage of sell signs, but it's definitely something you can look into if you have some sort of a business plan that relies on people selling you items. So you can place the sign anywhere, and the first line has to either have buy or sell in it in order to work. So you either do buy or you do sell, just like that. The second and third line can actually have whatever you want in it. I definitely recommend in some form putting the quantity of item you're going to sell as well as the name of the item, but that's not necessary. People will be able to left click your sign in order to see exactly what you're selling. So you can go ahead and do, for example, 16 and Ultra Balls, or however else you want to format it. And the final line actually needs to have the price for the items you're selling. So this price will be for all 16 of the Ultra Balls. I'm just going to put 1,000 coins. I don't think that's a good price for 16 Ultra Balls, but it's just an example, so you can price your items out for whatever you want. So you type out the number. You don't need to put a $sign or any other currency symbol in front of it. Just leave it with just the number and it should work. So we'll go ahead and click done there. And in order to link it up, that is why you need that redstone dust. You left click the chest, and then you left click your sign, and you can see it is now officially set up. The buy text should be blue if you have items in stock, and it will actually turn red if you don't. You can actually buy items from yourself. In order to test the shop, you can actually buy items from yourself. Now, this won't cost you any money, and you'll just get the items out of the chest, so you won't lose any items either. And it's definitely a good thing to do. If you left click, it'll tell you exactly what the shop is set up to sell and for what price. And if you go ahead and right click, you'll actually buy the item from yourself, and you can see the item sign now turned red because there is no longer any Ultra Balls in this chest. Now we can actually go ahead and fill this up with an entire stack of Ultra Balls, and then you can see I can actually buy 16 at a time for 1,000 coins, and you can fill this entire chest up completely full, and it should be good to go. Now, the actual plugin developer recommends that you only use single chests when selling items. You can try using double chests. I don't know if it'll work or break, but I definitely recommend just sticking with single chest because I think they work the best when setting up your shops. Now, the final thing I want to show you is how you can set up your player warp as well as advertise it in game. So all you need to do is type /player. It should be player warp, and then the commands are close, delete, open, and set. So you can open and close your player warp depending on if you want players to be able to teleport to it. But in order to set your player warp, all you have to do is type /player warp set, and then anybody can access your player warp by typing the command pwarp, and then the username of the player you want to visit their warp. So for example, pwarpwispin would take you to my player warp right here. And in order to actually advertise it in game, all you have to do is put pwarp inside of brackets just like that, and that will actually change when you enter it into chat into clickable text that will take any players that click it straight to your shop or your warp, wherever that location is set. So I'm actually going to go ahead and break this sign, and I'm going to replace it with a sign that sells 1 Ultra Ball for, let's do Ultra Ball for $1, and that way players can just come get these Ultra Balls basically for free. And I'm going to go ahead and relink it up, and then I'm going to go ahead and put my player warp in the chat. And I actually have my chat disabled, but you can see players are already showing up here to come check it out. And yeah, there's a lot of people here. Wow. Okay. Let me actually put that in chat again so you guys can see what it actually looks like there. And you can see, click that text and it'll take you straight to the warp. Anyways, guys, that is pretty much it for this video. If you have any questions or any ideas for future tutorials I should make about the server, make sure to go ahead and let me know down in the comment section below. If you guys did enjoy the video and if you want more tutorials like this, actually go ahead and leave a like on the video because it lets me know that you are interested in this content as well as just the regular Let's Play. Speaking of, the next episode will go up tomorrow, and as promised, it will be at least 40 minutes long, so subscribe to the channel if you're interested in that. But thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one.